Hi, I'm Mark Sid from Crocker Farm Auction. I'm here to discuss an outstanding Edgefield face vessel that we'll be selling in our July 22nd auction. As you can see, it's a face cup, an exceptionally rare form, one of a small number known. Has a graceful baluster form, ovoid at the midsection, flaring out at the collar. Fairly thin-walled construction. Has this great, heavy, olive green, alkaline glaze. Very glossy, heavy glaze, particularly on this side. And of course, this great, expressive applied clay face. You can see the eyes and the teeth are composed of kaolin. This is a classic Edgefield trait. And the interesting thing about the eyes is that they actually move freely within their sockets, actually jiggle a little bit. I don't know if we can actually show that in the film, but that is an interesting trait found on other Edgefield face vessels, and it's open to conjecture whether that was actually intentional or that's just a matter of the kaolin not adhering to the base clay. But an interesting trait nonetheless. You see his open mouth has pointed teeth, individually applied. A lot of times you'll see a complete block of kaolin in the mouth, incised or not incised with teeth. In this case, they're individually applied pointed teeth, which is very nice. And ears on the sides, and a nose with a pinched tip. These pieces, this cup form is exceptionally rare. As I said, only a handful of them known, and this is one of the first to come to auction in quite some time. There's very little auction or even private sale history of this form from Edgefield coming up. And one of the interesting things about it is this early sticker on the bottom. I don't know if you can get that. Can you get that one? And you can imagine in the early 20th century when Americans started collecting things and they weren't sure where things were from and various attributions were thrown about the origins of things. We have these things show up that do have a very foreign look about them. Almost a tribal appearance. And so we have this on the bottom, this note that says Made in Africa, presented to TKB by Horace T. Smith of Philadelphia, PA. This is another example of a Edgefield face vessel making its way north. This was presented to somebody named TKB, who was yet to be determined, by someone named Horace T. Smith, who lived in Philadelphia, PA at the time. And this sticker may date from somewhere anywhere from the early 1900s up until maybe the 1930s or 40s. But this example offers a rare opportunity to acquire an exceptional form of a very popular style of pottery produced in the American South, the face vessel, and we're very excited to offer it in our July 22nd auction.